Hello there. Welcome to another edition of Thought for the Week. Great to be with you. I consider it a privilege to be able to do these programs, and I hope and pray that the Lord is speaking to you through them. Well, now, I read something interesting the other day. An artist painted a picture. It was a picture of a decaying church. And he announced the title, and people came from far and wide to see this picture because he was quite a famous artist. But when they saw the picture, they were rather taken aback. A decaying church. They had come expecting to see a building that was falling down, going to rack and ruin, full of weeds with birds perching all over it and all kinds of graffiti over the walls, just a thorough mess, a decaying church. But that's not what the artist had presented. What they saw was a picture of a magnificent building. The doors were open and you could look inside, and inside the most ornate carvings. It was magnificent. Beautiful oak everywhere, a magnificent organ, and talk about stained glass windows. Well, it was just astonishingly beautiful. And the people stood back, rather surprised. And then they noticed something interesting. Just inside the church door, there was a table. And on the table was a plate with a box on it. And in the top of the box was a slot. And hanging over the box was a little notice that said, "Offerings for mission, the outreach of the church." And over the slot, there was a cobweb. I think the point was well made, that as far as many churches are concerned, mission is not at the top of their agenda. And as far as many Christians are concerned, individual believers, mission is not at the top of their agenda. Let me challenge you with a question. When was the last time you spoke to a person about the Lord Jesus Christ? That he is the only way of salvation, and that we stand in danger of judgment unless we are born again? When was the last time you heard something like that? Or when was the last time you yourself did something like that? You see what I mean? His concept of a decaying church was probably accurate. Looking right, but not being right. Mission must be at the top of our agenda. This is to present the real Jesus to the world, rather than some religious alternative, which is no alternative at all. Because you'll find that many people out there in the world, so to speak, wouldn't be seen dead in a church. Well, let me be more precise. That's the only time they would be seen in a church, when they're in their coffin. But there's nothing to attract them, because in many cases, there's nothing of the reality of Jesus there. And it's Jesus that compels attention, not religion. So we're spending a little time looking at what the church is meant to be and what it's meant to be doing. Mission is certainly at the top of the agenda as far as the Lord Jesus is concerned. He said, "Go into all the world and preach the good news." We know what we have to do then. It's just simply a question of doing it. Well, let's give that some thought this week. But it's good to talk to you, and I look forward to next week now. But bye-bye for now.